Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes as we take a look at the weather for this Monday, the week ahead, and the holiday weekend that is coming up. It's a 3 day holiday weekend for many, Friday through Sunday, with the 4th of July on Saturday. We're in a really kind of interesting spot here for this week because there is an upper low that is sitting up in New England, and you can see it pretty well here on the satellite loop. There are quite a bit of clouds running through northern New England down right to about Long Island or so, and then the clouds thin out quite a bit as you go west and south from New York City down toward Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. And what this is doing is it's filtering down slightly drier air. The humidity levels are a bit lower today than they were over the weekend. And also, on occasion, we're seeing little ripples in this upper low that are rotating back westward, and they may trigger off a scattered shower or a thunderstorm. But other than that, I'm not really seeing any big problems this week. In fact, we'll probably get a chance to get into even lower humidity as we move toward this coming weekend. So the nuisance this week is going to be the fact that we are going to be dealing with occasionally some cloud cover and occasionally some showers. You see the rotation there going on, the counterclockwise turning of precipitation in Maine and New Hampshire down into Massachusetts. They're getting some much needed rain up in New England where it's been very dry, but over the Northeast down into the mid-Atlantic states, at least as of 11 a.m. Eastern time, the radars are pretty quiet, and even down into Virginia and North Carolina. I'm thinking today, unlike yesterday, I'm thinking today the precipitation that we will see will be widely scattered and in some places just isolated. Have a little bit of activity going on around the northern plains of the northern Great Lakes and also in the lower Mississippi Valley, and quite a bit of rain in Montana, and even a little bit of snow going on in some of the highest elevations in parts of Idaho, believe it or not. It's almost July. It's even there, it's unheard of. And here are the weather obs and the temperature dew point spreads as of 11 a.m. Unlike yesterday, our dew points, which were running in the upper 60s, they're more like they're in the low and middle 60s for now. Temperatures mid 70s to low 80s. We'll be topping out in the 80s later today. Severe weather risks around the country. The Northeast is quiet today. So is the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast, with this narrow sliver in between where no thunderstorm activity is expected. Marginal risk from Wisconsin northwest into Minnesota. Marginal to slight risk in eastern Montana and the western Dakotas and eastern Wyoming, and also a small area of marginal risk as we look down into parts of Texas. And we're not really seeing widespread severe weather issues this week. Here's the map for tomorrow. Northern Plains, slight to marginal risk. Marginal risk, the lower Ohio and Tennessee Valley through the Carolinas. And then on day 3, which is Wednesday into Thursday, we're seeing marginal risk in the mid-Atlantic states back through the Tennessee Valley, small area of marginal risk up in Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas and into parts of Montana. Everywhere else, just general thunderstorm activity. So we did have a little weak cold front that moved through here. The area, again, a little cooler behind it and slightly drier. We're going to be sitting in that position for much of this week. Don't really see any big changes here. If we just take a look at how the upper air jet stream is behaving this week, here's our upper low over New England. It just kind of sits there through Tuesday and Wednesday. You get these little ripples, as I said, that rotate around, and then it opens up and moves away. It looks like a little backdoor cold front will come through here on Friday, and that will probably keep us in the sunshine and reasonable humidity right through the weekend. It'll be warm, but it won't be crazy warm, and the humidity levels will be fairly reasonable. So it's all about this upper low that is dropping down in the Northeast. So I think the best way to describe each weather day is where you will have some sunshine, a few developing clouds. You can see today that the pop-up storms are mainly in upstate New York and New England. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, southward into Virginia, really not seeing very much of anything at all. So again, just I think an isolated chance for a shower or storm. They disappear at night, reappear again. The instability caused by the daytime heating, and you wind up with some showers and thunderstorms scattered around New England down to about northeastern PA on Tuesday, isolated for the most part everywhere else. Wednesday, again, the same sunshine, then some instability, clouds, and showers. Thursday, probably the least of it, where the upper low is starting to pull out. Each day's highs will be mostly in the low and mid 80s. Nighttime lows will be down in the 60s to maybe around 70. And then we have this backdoor cold front that comes through on Friday, get into a little bit of a northeast wind for Friday night and Saturday. And I'm thinking the humidity levels are going to be reasonable over the weekend. Some showers indicated to parts of well into upstate New York and into northern New England, where they are much needed. But for much of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states this weekend, it really does look pretty good. I'm not overly concerned. So enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your Monday. Thanks for being here. Just want to give you a heads up. If you have a newer version of Android and you have the meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, a little hiccup has developed in the last couple of weeks, and I've been trying to get to the bottom of it. It isn't updating on the home page, so you need to clear your cache and clear your data out of the app itself. So go into settings and go into apps and go into the individual app, and you'll see in there it'll say you can clear the cache and clear the data. Just go ahead and do that. Worst comes to worst, you can just reinstall the app, and then it should work okay. But I'm having an issue with my own phone where I have to continually clear the cache and clear the data. I am working on it. From what I understand, if you have an older Android version, it doesn't seem to be a problem. If you have an iPhone, it doesn't seem to be a problem. So it's just kind of strange. A lot of weird things have been going on in the last month. Had a brute force attack on my website and on my app. Website went down for a while, for 3 days, on and off for 3 days until I fixed a technical glitch in the code. So that took me time to figure out. So appreciate the patience. If you haven't downloaded the weather app, the app is free. You can download it on Google Play or on the App Store. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on my YouTube channel.